Hey guys, it's me, Jimmy Lou from the Messy Craft Corner, coming to you so we can finish this book base for our gingerbread house. And I'm super excited because it's turning out so cool. You guys, it's getting so cool. I'm excited. And I know some of our friends messaged me and asked me for the measurements. So I am going to go over all of the measurements again leading up to the building of where we're at. So in order to build the start of the book base, you'll need to watch yesterday. Yesterday was part 1. Today is going to be part 2. Tomorrow will be part 3. But today I want to give you the option to help me choose the actual paper, the paper that we're going to use, because I'm excited to do this. Hi Grace, hello. First one here. I have this cough. I can apologize 100 times for it, but it's there and I don't think it's going anywhere. At least for this live, it isn't going anywhere. Hi Rhonda. Hello Debbie. Welcome. Guys, if you're watching and you bid and won on stuff last Friday at last Friday's auction, all of the invoices and requests for money have been sent out. So kindly pay those tonight or first thing tomorrow morning, because I would like to get to the post office and send it all at one time would be great. So that way I don't have to make extra trips out and, you know, wait till Monday and stuff for things to be sent. So that's just a pretty please. pretty please. Hello Karen, how are you? I had filed for some lost packages. Some packages came back, and so I am resending those tomorrow as well. I think my glue bottle has Corona. It's got a little in there. So I just was kind of poking around to wait for a few more friends to join us here, so that way we can all get started. It's coming out. It is. This glue is starting to really get on my nerves though. I need a new glue nose. But I'm trying to wait till I can order the glue all at one time. So which isn't going to be till the spring. So I am feeling a little bit better, but I get very tired very easy. And we're eating an awful lot of takeout, which can't imagine is very good for us either, but at least we're eating. So at least we can do that. At least we can get some takeout, and I don't know. I might have to soak this nozzle again. I just did that though, so. But what happens is it gets like a clog in the end of it, and then it like keeps the glue from coming past the clog. So, okay, so tell me in the comments, what did everyone else have for dinner tonight? Maybe you'll inspire me to, I don't know. I just don't know what to eat. He's okay. He's doing okay. We're both hanging in there. Okay. So yesterday we started an album. We started with 8 sheets of 8x10 that we scored at, what did we do? We did like a little tick mark at 4 inches, and then we rotated it. We scored it at 7, and then we cut it at an angle, made like a template to look like a little house. And so we made 8 of those, and then we did 5 hinges that were 7 by 2.5 and scored at 1 inch and 1.5 inches, and then we glued that all together to get our book base. Okay, so today I want to start by, because I can do this and let it dry. Cut a piece that's 2.5 by 7, you guys, 2.5 by 7. And then you're just going to glue it to the outside of those hinges and get them. I need a pot of chicken noodle soup. Yeah, I need my mama's chicken noodle soup. And that just ain't happening, so. Okay, yeah, it's coming out a little easier now. That's good. So we're just gonna, and that's because I forget to put the pin in it. That's my own fault. So glue it up real good, and then stand this up straight. You need this to be straight. And then press this on nice and straight, nice and even. And just kind of get it in there. This is why I like the art glitter glue, because it's wet long enough to move it if you need to, but then it kind of grabs, which is good because you need it to grab. So, I'll just thought maybe if I flip it, I can press it. Hey, Miss Fraps and Scraps is in the house. Shauna, would you do me a favor? Would you please share this over to your Messy Craft Corner for me? I forgot to do that yesterday, to get someone to do that for me. So we're going to be starting with page 6 here in a second. And I did go ahead and I made a template by cutting a piece that was slightly smaller than our little house. Okay, because this is going to be in the pusher. It's slightly smaller than our house, so that way we can these clips are great from the Dollar Tree for this. So that way we can make our decorative paper to fit our pages. So, which we did have a couple yesterday that I just kind of like left into place. I don't know if this is going to hold. It seems like it's not wanting to hold, you guys. Thank you so much for spreading the mess. I promise no one will delete it. I promise. Okay, so once you get this all like kind of pressed down and in there, you usually eat at work. But Oakland County schools in Michigan are closed for the week, so you have no dinner planned. Oh goodness, Sue. Are they short-staffed? Is that why? I heard a lot. Some schools are closing because they're actually short-staffed, which is just blows my mind. I know, like, our school district here had listed they could use some help with their kitchen staff, but I can't imagine that it's something that we would close school for. Hopefully not, anyways. Okay, so once you get that in place, then that reinforces your spine. So we can go ahead and flip to page 6 and we can get started on that. I'm going to be, anyone who needs like the measurements, because you really want to do this book, if you message me, hey Raquel, if you message me, I'll send you, like I'll take a picture of my notes and send it to you. But for me to type all of this up and then add it that's a lot. Okay. So we are going to, okay, this is where we will need, I need your help picking the paper, okay? So I picked out 3 choices of paper and you guys can help me out here. So be thinking gingerbread house, okay? So we have this pack here. This is called Peppermint Stripe. And now just keep in mind though, it is all like red and white. There's barely any greens in it. It's predominantly red, but it's very beautiful paper, and we can definitely make that work. My second pack that I pulled out is called Sugar Plums, and it's got some cut-aparts that I have packaged in here because I did use this on some other things. And in thinking about it, this is actually not going to be enough of paper to do this with, so that is not a choice. So you have A or B, and B is White Christmas. So just message me, Janice, and I'll do that, okay? So White Christmas is it's farmhouse, guys. It's farmhouse. So even if we don't get gingerbread looking, we can definitely get farmhouse looking from this paper. So what do you want? A, the red, or B, this farmhousey stuff? Because this matters. At this point, I need to add a piece to the background of this. So while you're doing that, I'm going to pull out my my pieces that I had cut from yesterday. And our piece here is going to be a belly band, and the belly band measures 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it at 1/2 inch and at 8 inches. So that way we can fold this under, and then this is going to get glued. Ooh, this is going to get glued to our paper, or to our page, right in the center as a floating belly band. So this is why we need to add that decorative paper. Hey, you guys are going for the red? You like the red, do you? Who wouldn't have thought it? But that's okay. So I have 2 A's. Oh wait, I have a couple B's. I was looking down. Okay, the A's are getting there. We got 1 A and 1 B, 2, 3, 3 to 2, 4 to 2, 5 to 2, 6 to 3, 6 to 3, 6 to 3. Okay, we'll go with the red. We'll do the red. We'll make it a traditional red gingerbread house. So let me pull a paper out from here. And this is nice too, because in the pockets I can put these cut aparts, and it does have some pretty papers. There's peppermints in here. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, let's go. Ba, 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 ba. I'm looking for a piece that I don't really care for too much, so that way I use that, because it's going to be mostly hidden. And I love all of them, so that's problematic. So let's just go with this reindeer. So what I'm going to do is on the back side of this, I'm going to use my template that I created, and I'm just going to put little pencil marks so that I know where to cut. I think I'm going to put pencil marks. I had a pencil. I did possess one. Here it is. What is this? Sorry, I had a phone call. So I'm just putting little marks on where I'm going to cut this. And then I'm going to put it onto my paper cutter, and I'm just going to cut it. So if you get that template made, that works out great. Because then you can line things up and trim them out, which will be nice for, well, I'm going to have to trim that down so I'll be able to see it. And like so, and flip it just like so, and then we have our little house print. So that's how you do like the background. Okay, that's how you do the backgrounds for these, is just create a template that's slightly smaller than your page, so that way you know you can cut it out and it'll still be framed out, so it'll still have that little white edge around it. And then you'll be able to build your other things on top of it. There were a couple pages I should have did this with yesterday, but I wasn't clearly thinking. So that's okay though, because then I can show you how to go around it. The only thing is these, when you're covering the whole base page like this, it does use a lot of your paper. So keep that in mind when you're doing it, because that's how I knew like the sugar plum one just wasn't going to be enough. I'm going to have to go get more of that, you guys, because it's really pretty. So just put this in place then and press it down. So you're going to join me tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I am in an event where I'm going to finish this book. And when I finish this book, we're going to auction it off at the end. So I'm going to just put this right over the top as our belly band. Okay? Right in the center, lower part of the house. And then that leaves, you know, you can put a little title page at the top. You can include some tags with this so that people can journal. You know, I'll probably use some of my scraps up from today and do that. So, okay. So just press this down, and then we're going to be flipping over to pages 7 and 8. Okay, so right here, just press this down. And see, even with the spine, that reinforcement on the spine, it still lays flat. The book, you guys can't even see. Why aren't you yelling at me? Hello, Christine Arishow. Well, the ladies decided we're using traditional red papers for our gingerbread house. So here's our belly band, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to show you that again in another one of the pages. So when we flip this over, page 7 and page 8 are mirror pages. And they both measure 8 by 7, and they're scored at 1/2 of an inch on the 8-inch side. Now we're going to add one to our left side of our page, and one is going to get added to the right side of the next page. So that way when it opens, it's going to open to a nice big spread, okay? Just like going to the old country buffet for dinner, you get a nice big spread. Move that out of the way before I get glue all over it like before. Like my old one. Hello, Rula. Welcome. Thank you guys that are spreading the mess. I appreciate you all. Did you guys have fun with Evie today? She made gingerbread house. Sort of. It's a sugar cookie house. But it was still fun. She looked like she was having herself a good old time. So just making sure it's straight. And just add that on that side. And then page 8. So it's a mirror page to the other side here. Just line it even up with your edge. This new trimmer is better, Marty. Yes, it sure is. So there we have pages 7 and 8. And then we're going to flip over to 9 and 10. Now 9, we cut 2 at 5.5 by 8.5, and then we scored it at 4 and at 8. Okay, and then you zigzag fold so that you get this type of look, that kind of mathematical look. Okay, just like so. And this again, you're adding one to the left side of your page and one to the right side of your page. For kind of like that gatefold meet up in the center type thing. But one thing that I do want to do. Yes, that's fine, Pam. You can catch replays. One thing I do want to do is I want to add a piece of ribbon on here. Ooh, just hit my head. I kept telling the ladies in book club today. I kept telling the ladies in book club today, I have COVID brain. I just can't think right. I totally messed up on a book that I was doing. I couldn't remember which book we had started 2 weeks ago, and it was a whole thing. So anyways, I have this gingham ribbon from the Dollar Tree. It's not exactly what I thought it was going to be, but you know what we're going to do is we're going to make a ribbon closure. I'm going to show you how to add a ribbon across here for your closure. Okay, again, we're in the same situation. We need to cut a base page to to get ready for this. So I'm just grabbing the first one that's here. I'm going to do the same thing. Hello, Sherry Lynn. I saw you sneaking in. And just on the back side, I'm just adding those pencil marks. Okay, so just so that way I can lay it on my trimmer and we can cut her off. Okay, this is my template. I'm probably going to keep that template too, because half the work is cutting out the template. Brain, not rain. Oh dear, COVID brain. Oh, Kate Crow. Well, it was raining here today too, so it kind of did make sense. Okay, trim that off. And trim our side off over here. Okay, and then we're just gonna lay this on here sideways to match up those little marks. And just trim it off. Okay, so it's going to be very, it's going to be cool. This book is going to be cool. I can just tell. I can usually tell when a book is going to be pretty awesome. So I'm going to put my decorative paper down, but not before I put down my ribbon. Okay, so I want to make sure I have enough ribbon going across here so that I can bring it back around and tie. I probably have more ribbon than I need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that piece of tape that is exposed there, but I'm also going to put a second piece of tape. This is just double-sided tape I get from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just putting it at the edge over here. And then I'm pulling this up. Pull this one up too, because we're going to cover the whole thing. And then I'm just taking my ribbon. I'm pulling it taut, which means a little tight. And I'm just going to lay it right across on that sticky tape. Okay. So just like that. Just a little sticky tape. You could add a little dab of glue underneath it to make it stick a little better. And then you're going to glue this right over the top. The booster shot gave you fog brain. Oh no. Not fog brain. We never had a booster because we had the Pfizer shot, so it wasn't required for us to have a booster. Now I'm almost wondering if we shouldn't have had a booster. I don't know. I don't think even the scientists, I don't think really know. So, okay, so now I'm taking this and I'm going right over the top and I'm covering up that tape that's exposed as well. And just get that pressed down on there. And just cover that ribbon right up, you guys. Just like so. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take these two pieces and we're going to add them. One to the left side, one to the right side. And then they will actually get tied closed. So, which is going to be cool. Fibromyalgia. Guess you're fine. Too bad that's when I started taking the CBD. After you had your first shot vaccine, I felt that way too. Oh, you don't need anything to make you foggy. That's what I think. You know, like at first I was thinking, well, I am starting with menopause, the doctor said. So it's probably menopause brain. But now I think it's a mixture of two. Menopause brain and COVID brain. I don't know. But thankfully I haven't ended up in the hospital, and I rest up on the weekend so you can get better soon. Pam, I do a little bit here and then I go back to bed. When I'm not here, I'm just resting, not doing a whole lot. We're not entertaining guests or anything like that. I do have a live tomorrow night at 7, and I have an event to break. The Great Cookie Bake Off is on Saturday and Sunday. Who is excited to be learning some cookies? Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. I am like super duper excited because this group of 13 crafters, I can't say ladies anymore because, you know, we have Justin now too, who's crafting with us in so many of our events. I joke, ladies and Justin. But honestly, I'm so looking forward to the Cookie Bake Off. The only thing I'm sad about is my sweet daughter Elizabeth can't come and bake with me like we had originally planned. So we are going to try to do a split screen and see if that works out. Because I think the key to not having a bunch of like silent and fogged up, closed up sounding underwater is the headphones. So if we don't use the headphones, we'll be okay. So I'm just going to tie this down. Just using my ribbon and just tying this up. So, just like so. I told you I had too much on here, but that's okay because I will use it in other places. I keep a scrap bin of all of my ribbons and stuff. I don't know if other junk journalists do that or not, but I keep scrap bins. So, yeah, cookies. But this piece here is actually big enough that I can tie a bow. And we can add a bow to the front. If we wanted to. Oh, gee willikers. What am I doing? I don't think I know what I'm doing, you guys. There we go. So we can add a bow somewhere in the book as well. So keep your scraps. I have scraps of everything. How am I feeling? I'm here. Okay, so page 9. What happened to my page 9 pieces? Didn't I cut page 9? I mustn't have. Because this is page 9 we just did. Duh. Told you, COVID brain. So page 10 is 2 pieces that are cut 6.5 by 8, scored at 1/2 inch, and we're adding 1 on each side of the page here, just like this, and like this. And then they're going to open this way. Remember, on the front page, we added 1 at the top and 1 at the bottom to open nice and big that way. So let's get these into place. And then I have 2 pages that I want to get bases of the page finished. So that way tomorrow we can just get cracking. Tomorrow between tonight and tomorrow, I'll measure up all of what needs to be matted, and I probably will have some of that cut and ready to go. So that way we're just gluing and decorating, gluing and decorating. Your sister had COVID and hasn't had taste or smell for 16 months. Oh my goodness. Well, we lost our smell, but are slowly getting it back. We both recognized that we could smell some spray that we use in our bathroom. We both were able to smell that today, and Larry was able to smell his food he heated up at lunchtime, so that's also a good thing. Okay, so there we go. We just have this and this. And again, you can add pockets to any of these that you want to. So if you want to add extra pockets, you could. Let's skip back. We had one page that I withheld gluing down on the count of doing that base page, and that was this one that flips up and flips down. And the reason I did is, why do I have so many of these? Oh, because the two pages, sorry. One is on this side and one is on that side. So these two pieces are going to go at the top across here. But before I do that, I want to add my decorative paper. I don't want any white at the top. That's just me. Love this book, did you say? Yes, tomorrow night at 7:45. I'm going to be on from 7 until 8. At 7:45, I'm going to start the bidding on this book. And the monies will be going for a crafter that's going through a difficult time right now. I'm not at liberty to discuss any details or the name. Just know that it's for a good cause. So all the monies from this book will go for that. I am wanting to make a second one. So if someone wants a second one, you just need to message me so that I can get yours started. I can't guarantee you'll have it by Christmas though, but it'll be fun. Okay, so let me just put this one over here, this one here, this over here, and I am just going to, what do I want to use here? Let's use this. Doesn't this look like icing, don't you think? And I have two pieces of it. So let's cut both pieces. One for the left side, one for the right side. And it'll sort of match, even though there's flips and folds to it. Just grabbing out my, can you buy a book now? Yes, you can message me. I have a trifold almost finished. I'm just adding paper to it. If anyone's interested, I do have the fall gnome book that I'm working on finishing. Those two books I have nearly complete. Again, if you're special ordering though, like one of these, I can't guarantee a Christmas delivery. I can do my best, but with COVID, I can't guarantee it, okay? So now we're just going to trim this off. I actually think I'm just going to hold the two together and just cut them up that way, guys. So, but I am going to keep that red ribbon because you never know, we might use it on other places. So, yep, tomorrow evening we will be auctioning it. So, be ready because once it's paid for, it can ship as early as Monday. So this one you might have by Christmas. Keep your scraps because you never know where in the book the scraps might come into place. Or into play, I mean. Oh! Well, that was a little short. That's okay. Let's see if we can make it work. Sugar plums. Sugar plums. I just went a little too quickly. And I cut it too fast. So I have no point on the part of the roof. Oh, we'll make it work. We will make it work because that's where a gingerbread house can be fun. We can add buttons, we can add bows, we can add little pieces that look like candies. Oh, I think I even have some that look like donuts in my bin down there. Those would, yeah, they won't match though. They're not the right color. That would have been great though. So my front cover, I'm going to be planning this a little bit carefully of having like a door and a window at least so that you can tell that it's a gingerbread house. But, you know, you just never can tell. Okay, so let's glue these into place. Like I said, that little point doesn't bother me too much because I can add a little button right to the top of it, and it'll be fun. Yep, lace, ribbons, rickrack. I can use rickrack because rickrack can look like icing in some places. So tomorrow night when I'm decorating, someone remind me of that, because I do have rickrack in the drawer behind me. Oop. So anywhere I have this tape covering, I'm pulling it off. So let's just line that up. Get that into place. Press it down. Okay, so now these have flips that flip up and flips that flap down. So let's add these on the top. Okay, so I'm just adding this right along the top edge, and I'm just being sure to line it up with my bottom one so that when it opens and closes like this, it looks like one instead of two. Yeah, rickrack is definitely very cute. So it honestly did not take very long to finish this book up. If I'd had just another, half an hour yesterday, I would have gotten this base done. So, which is good. That's a good thing. So there we go. Now, the only thing is I have this along here, but that's where we can use, I'll have to pull it out. I don't know exactly where it is. I know it's in one of these drawers. See, here I have blue. Here I have some black. That's good. Black will work. I do have some red. This will also work in these places. So in different places you can add different things, okay? So like this has an edge here where the flip and flap is. Can you guys see that? Where the flip and flap went? So I can take this rickrack and I can run this along there, and then it won't be as noticeable. I mean, you'll still be able to tell, but it's not as noticeable. White would be great. I don't know if I have any white, and I don't know if I'm going to feel up to running for any tomorrow, but I also have this is seam binding. I can also do seam binding along there. I can also use that ribbon, you know, the ribbon scraps I told you to keep. We can also add that along there. So we'll definitely do something to hide that to make it unique. Who knows what, but we will. Okay, so, and the same thing is going to happen to me on this side. So doing something that's consistent on both pages is nice, because this is going to go in here, and then this had a flap down closure that will flap down over the top of these two and just kind of hold it in place. I really like how interactive this folio is. And like I said, I did say it, I got the idea is Rosa Kelly's. It's her schoolhouse book. So if you want to go and watch how she teaches to do this book, that would be great. Some wooden gingerbread. Yeah, that would be great. I don't think I have any. I do have an entire bin of wood pieces somewhere, so I might have to pull them out, because I might have some. I don't know. I'll have to pull out. I have my Christmas stuff back here, though, so I might have some little ones. If I do, they'll definitely get added, that's for sure. If I end up getting to Walmart tomorrow, because I do need some grocery things, and I'm not contagious anymore. Larry is, so that's where we have to be careful. But you know, we can do, if I get white rickrack, I can do that on all the edges of the tops of the house, and it will look like that snow glittery stuff. I want to use stickles, but who you say, Rosa, R-O-S-A, Kelly, K-E-L-L-Y, and I believe she has a PDF. Now, I did them slightly different than she did on her page, so, but the measurements should all be the same. So this will be just like this, and then this like this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and oh my gosh, so much fun this book is going to be. Check it out. So I'm just going to do a little flip through of what we got going so far, so you can see what's happening. So we have a closure. It's not wanting to stay closed when I pick it up, because it's still a little flippity floppity. My glue on the edge out here, I'm going to have to fix it and set something heavy on it. But so we have the basic shape of the house with a closure. So I'm thinking of making my door over here so that this becomes part of the door, and then adding a window over here. Some gingerbread would be super cute along here. You're absolutely right. But again, if I don't have them, I can't use them. When you open it, we have this interactive page in here. And then we have a gatefold over here that opens to a pocket. You see the pocket in there? Yeah, I definitely think using some stickles will be fun. And then when you get to this page, this is our pages 3 and 4. These open up and down. And then over here up, and then to the left and right. And then we scoot over here to this page. This is our sideways long waterfall. That's our long waterfall. And when we get all the different papers on here, you're going to be able to see it a whole lot easier. And then here's our belly band we did. We just need to do, this is where I said, you know, keep your scraps, because your scraps might work for some of your pieces here. These ones are not quite fat enough, but you know, you can add those there. 7 and 8 are going to be mirror pages. That means they're going to be identical, because it's going to open to a nice big gigantic spread. That's going to be fun. And then we have, I'm not going to open this up right now, but these open outward then to hold some little 3x5s. And then over here, the last page is kind of like a mini of that big 2-page spread. And you know, it's got lots of places for pictures. It's got lots of places for a lot of different things. So you know, it's gonna be a great book. I can't wait to see how it is all finished and stuff. It's gonna be exciting, right, Larry? It's gonna be exciting. Oh, yeah. He hasn't seen it yet because I only just, you know, finished it. So
camera right now?
I have the camera going. Yes.
I said I don't want to be on camera.
Oh no, you don't have to be. They're all gonna say hi to you though.
I'm not up to be on the camera.
He's not up to being on the camera yet. Evie said hi, Dad.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
So yeah, so once we get all of the papers and stuff added to it, it's gonna be super cute. So places where we can use these are gonna be on our latch, the latch here. It can be used. These pop-out pages are probably going to be perfect for our scraps. Not there. We have these, definitely. I'm definitely foreseeing this on at least one of those. That we already determined no, but we have these pieces here. Now, I'm not going to use these on there, but my scrap pieces, you know, can get used in different places. So, and these have little gussets that just need stood up. And I am going to make a little, probably a little swing latch closure for here. Just because I think it'll look cute, like almost like a little garden gate, but it'll be fun. So I will tell him all of the messages that you are sending to wish him well. He will be very happy to hear all of those. So that is all I have for tonight. Again, guys, we have tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. We're going to finish this and auction it. And then, oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to look to see about the gingerbread bed. And then Saturday, we're baking. Sunday is an off day for me. I do have these little houses. These would be cute to add on. And then Monday, I want to do with you a Rolodex from a book. So if you have an old book, or go to the Dollar Tree and pick up a book, I want to show you how to make something to hold your Christmas cards, because everybody's going to be getting Christmas cards. How do you decide how to design your books? Great question, Debbie Gladden. Debbie Gladden, I get inspiration from many places. First of all, I have 3 friends that we all work together in book club, and we all give each other inspiration. That's Shauna from Fraps and Scraps, TC from Gigi's Craft Room, and Chrissy from Rosa Kelly. You got it. And Chrissy from Create with J&C. But then on YouTube, I follow Rosa Kelly and Paul Ford are the top 2 that I follow, among others, but those are my 2 favorites. They both have accents, so you do have to pay pretty close attention. And then maybe I get the whole design from the book. Maybe I just get bits and pieces and I move them around and do them together. If you're interested in bookmaking, book club is open. It's going to be open until Monday. If you would like to join us, where this goes a whole lot slower. So even my book club ladies, if you want me to redo this book in book club so you can go at a slower pace, just let me know. But so these are all pieces from the little tree section at either Hobby Lobby or Michael, or not Michael's. Ooh, look. That might be fun. Let me keep that out. I don't have gingerbread men, but I have Paul Ford, just like the car, F-O-R-D. See, I have snowflakes. I'm going to keep those out too. Wedding dress, barbecue, those little stockings. Fabric. See, I have some of this vintagey lace. I'm going to keep that out as well. Some of these red flowers. Never know what you're going to use. Never know. Oh, that would have been helpful when I was making that wedding book the other day. I have snowmen. Those came from the Dollar General, y'all. That's something. And then I have these, but I think these are going to be too big. But I'm going to leave them out because we don't know. We don't know what we're going to use. I think somewhere I do have little gingerbread in though, because like I said, I have these are, let's see, these are animals. These are birds. I should go through this bin. Here's little, see, I have everything. I have little wooden packages. Why do I not have gingerbread men? Hello? Oh, but look what I do have. Ooh, look what I found, guys. Look what I found. Oh my gosh, this could be our door. Those are staying out. No nap today. Join book club to make some adorable books. Yes, gingerbread wrapping paper or Christmas cards would be cute too. Yeah, absolutely. And you can cut gingerbread men out. You can do it. I really did think that I had gingerbread men, but I don't. Oh, those are cute. Forgot I had those. I need to really go through this bin I'm rooting through. There's some cute things in here, y'all. Some cute junk journaling things. Check it. Post-it labels to Santa from whoever. That'd be cute. Yeah, I guess I just don't have gingerbread men. I have all these other, I have one big wooden shaped thing that I can root through. I've been trying to find gingerbread paper all over everywhere and just a little gingerbread something. I can't remember. It was now. Oh. And white rickrack, yeah. You can use liquid pearls for your white. If you have, hang on. Let's see, where's my craft color paper? If you have craft color paper, I thought I had some that was open. And I hate opening paper on a live because it's a pain in the butt and it's noisy. Glitter gems, yep. How do you join book club? Well, Miss Judy, let me tell you, just send me a private message and I will tell you how to make your $25 payment. Once your payment is made, I'll give you access to the private group and you can go in there. You have access to all of the replays and there are four amazing teachers. Yeah, cookie cutters. You know who has the mini cookie cutters that would be great for this? Evie. Evie, bring me your cookie cutters. Okay, so if you just use a little bit of paper like this, you know, and you go back to like when you were a little kid in school, fold it in half, you can just make a template, you know. So I left a bunch of stuff out here on top of my scissors. So let's, you know what, maybe I better sketch this out. I don't trust back freehanding on it. So we just do a little head, and then a little arm, kind of a body, and a little leg. That should do the trick, although he might have a gigantic head like George Lopez. But if I get a base, if I get a, you know, a template, at least I can trace it onto some things. I think he might work out. He might. And when you're cutting paper like this, if you actually move the paper and not the scissors, it works out a little bit better. Oh, well, he has a let's see if I can fix his head. I don't know. I think I just ruined him. He definitely is not. But anyways, if you use something like liquid pearls, just suppose this worked out in my favor. You can use something like liquid pearls and just do a little bit of like zigzagging. I'll have to work this out because having at least one gingerbread man might be fun. But if you just add those liquid pearls to your craft color paper, when that dries, it's gonna look almost like icing. So that's what liquid pearls does. Stickles does something slightly different because it's a glitter. So even if we use this, Shauna told me I should keep them upside down, but I didn't listen to her. Stickles, we could give him 2 little stickle buttons, and see, that's kind of like a glitter. So there's a difference. Put a hat on him. I don't know. His arms still look like he's flying off into nowhere land. So I'll have to give him a try. I'll have to play with it a little bit, see if I can tweak it up a little bit. And I'm going to meet you guys back here tomorrow. I'm probably going to like stain this up. Sand it down a little bit. These are called fancy windows. Okay, they're called fancy windows, and they're from the doll section in Hobby Lobby, but I'm sure you can find them in but doesn't it kind of resemble like a really fancy door, you know, like some of those big fancy houses? All it needs is a little doorknob and little hinges painted on it. I can take my decorative paper and I can put it on it if I want. It's very smooth. So this I think is going to be a great thing for my door for tomorrow. So I will see you all guys here tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Is it good for a beginner? Absolutely. Absolutely, Judy, because there are so many tutorials in there. You just have to know what kind of book you want to look for. Shauna does mostly junk journaling. TC does a lot of junk journalings, glue books. Chrissy does a little of everything. So you have a box full of those windows. Cool. And then me, myself, I do this clear cut, crisp bookmaking. So yes, it is geared toward, it goes a lot slower than what you see here. Because a lot of times I do these in an event and it's under the time crunch. So yes, it is. And mine are usually overhead shots, as are Shauna's. TC, it's a mixture. Chrissy is full face. Okay, those overhead shots, you get to see scoring, cutting. We go slow, and you can ask as many questions as you need to. So tell Santa that you want to be put on the jingle list and get put into book club for December. Give it a try. Yes, just send me a private message, okay? All right, guys, have a super great night. Remember to always be kind, no matter what, because you never know what someone might be going through. They might be sick and just acting very cheerful. Can I see the book? The one that we were just working on, it isn't finished. It's not finished. And I have no finished ones ready to go. I have two that are I have two that are in the workings. So a third one, if you count what we started in book club today. Marilyn, send me a message. I'll send you pictures of what I have, okay? All right, guys, have a good night. I'll see you all real soon. Thanks for joining me.